Hi and welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. This is in Innisfail, Queensland, Australia. It's Wednesday the 23rd of July 2025, 7:38 AM. We're outside Roscoe's Pizza and Italian restaurant. Right where they're putting a new sign. There was one there before from the service station years ago, maybe about 20 years ago, before Violets and Lace was in this spot for a little bit after the cyclones, and the seafood place. There was a service station, not a really good one, but it was there, very run down and all that. It's across from Hungry Jack's, where the old Innisfail Hotel used to be. That's where Hungry Jack's. 22 degrees Celsius, feels like 25.5, 99% humidity, 7 millimeters of rain since 9 AM yesterday. Looks like salt, con, building and civil is to do with all this. So anyway, we're going to go across to Hungry Jack's. This is where Roscoe's moved to a couple of years ago, where that service station used to be. If you want to see a picture of the old service station, the way it was towards the end, when it wasn't the service station, it was the other stuff, have a look in the same location photo album on old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Wait for this truck to go past. This is the Bruce Highway. Edith turning into Ernest Street. This one's Ernest Street, but it's part of the Bruce Highway. Down towards the new KFC. You might be able to see the sign there. It's very busy to try and get across here this hour. There you go. Storm with Nutella, or Nutella as Americans say, at Hungry Jack's. Hungry Jack's is the same as Burger King. Same company. Spicy chicken ribs. They've got, they all seem to be doing that sort of stuff, like McDonald's and all that too, of late. Aussie pub classics. Bacon and gravy Whopper and Palmy Jack's fried chicken. I've had the Jack's fried chicken a few years ago when they did it. Oh, I didn't like it. That's just, you know, personal preference. Wasn't a big fan of it. I mean, sure, some people like it. Well, let's show these, because it's across to Seaport Corner, Coles, and we'll show these because I think eventually if the upgrades they do, well, meant to be upgrades, get done, these will probably go. Wouldn't be surprised if these get taken out. They were put in during the Bill White town beautification era, when Bill White was mayor. There's back where we just came from, and part of the Hungry Jack's drive-through. We've got time to waste before the supermarket opens, so I'm waiting and filling in a bit of time. So, as always, we always try to show as much detail as possible, so when we're looking back years later, you can see exactly how it was. None of this 480p jumping around sort of footage that people got in the 90s, and all that, which is fine. It's glad that people got it. It's just nice to have some as clear and stable footage as possible. There's the Denture Clinic. I won't mention the name of every place, but you can read it. Oh, looks like there's oil on the, or something on the road here, on the car park parts. It'll make it a bit slippery for someone if they walk on there and don't realise. Here's where Ray's barbershop used to be. The Bendigo Bank. Yeah, trying to show as much detail as possible. Take my time doing it, take my time, if you know, you know. We'll put all their stuff on the ground. I don't know, there's 2 bins, and they still, and these aren't full either, the ATM receipts thing. tobacconist where Innisfail Family Health used to be. I don't know, talcum powder or something to that effect, baby powder or something. But yeah, this is where Innisfail Family Health used to be. You can see it written on there, general medical practice and skincare clinic. Down the side, and we'll look back where we just came from. That way we get a bit more detail. DB Games in the barbershop and where the ice cream place used to be. Where Angie Sewing Centre used to be. Terry White Kmart. Still got Kalana written on it, so I'd say Kalana's to do with it as well. There's A&A Realty. Feast of Our Lady of the Chain, St. Thomas's Catholic Church, Mariba. There you go. And it's sponsored by A&A Realty. There you go. And others. Feast of Our Lady of the Chain. Okay. I wonder where they come up with the names. And there's nothing against them for having these names. Just wonder why they or how they choose their names. Yeah. Nova Unisex Salon. Someone coming. So go quiet for a sec. See, there's a second A&A Realty. I might dump it on its rubbish in the normal council bin. A lot of people do that. They come along and it's not just your general putting a little bit of rubbish in the bin. It's dumping it in there, like the rubbish from their shop or from their home. All that, those should come off bank. Wonder if Westies is fully closed down at the barbershop. Come off bank. Picnics in the AS Malik building. Where the Kodak Express used to be. You can sort of see the sign there where the underground, yeah. Sylvia and his wife's restaurant used to be. I wonder what it's like down there now. The stuff's still there and it's just been sitting vacant all these years. Whether anyone chooses it. As you can see Express written there, Kodak Express. Hopefully that shows up. Show Westie's barber. It's very hard to show this because it's very shiny. Westie's is closed for renovations, it says. But there was talk of it closing down. I'm sure she announced it on Facebook at one stage. Yeah, it's hard to get video or photos of this because it's so shiny. I personally wouldn't make it shiny like that because you want people to be taking photos and it's free advertising. And, you know, it's good for people to look back years later and see it. There's Taxi Rank, Innisfail Food Emporium, Alex Centre, Jar Blasters, through to, what's it called? The Real Famishes. Anyway, we'll try not to show this chappy. Sometimes they make it hard. They just walk straight in front of the film, light the camera and that. 20% off when buying whole half bolts. 20% off all embroidery discs, designs, and all that. And we don't show people using the ATM, so you don't want people to be able to see the PIN number. I'm going to try my best to make sure not to show. It's an Art Deco style seating there, put in a couple of years ago on a random Woolworths trolley. Beaches Cafe, which does really well. Yeah, it's very popular. The camera's starting to fog up a bit. It does in this sort of weather. And it's overcast and a bit humid. It gets a bit annoying, so I'll have to wipe it in a sec. Wipe it now. A sec, bear with me. That's where Canberra real estate was. The donkeys all the time I lived in this town, until just lately. Nah, it's getting worse. It's really frustrating. Trying to fix the camera up. No, I don't think it's going to stop fogging up. Hopefully it will eventually, but we'll see how we go. Trying to show as much detail and then it just fogs up, so. Yes, to me that's quite annoying. It's a little bit better, but it's not great. Hopefully it sorts itself out. Fairly flourished. Random butterfly. Well, it's got $6 shorts on there. I wonder how many of them they sell for that price. Some of the clothes that are in the window sometimes. That's cleared up. Look quite nice. For women's clothes, eh? Trying to make it where you can pause it and here, yeah, have a good look at something if you want to read something or see the outside of a shop as best as possible. Malik Centre. It's a tea partner, Telstra partner. The old Rothmans. Long closed down now. Sadly. A lot of people liked it. Look back where we just came from. A lot of traffic comes along. Nothing new, I can smell cigarette smoke. But yeah, no, it's be interesting to look back at these videos years later. I'm looking forward to seeing the changes over the years and having a record of the way it looked, the times that I had a fairly decent camera. Of course, I'd love to have higher quality cameras and higher quality nighttime stuff and daytime, and higher quality water resistant cameras too would be great, so I can get higher quality footage when it's raining after a cyclone or whatever. So if you want to help out with that, feel free. There's links in the description to the PayPal, and there's also a super thanks button provided by YouTube. I think this is one of the best things they've built. A lot of people complained about it at the time, but if you're a pedestrian, it's awesome. It's awesome to have because it keeps you a bit drier, and in the heat and everything it's a bit better. Yeah, the one from the old National Bank to the Australia Post would be good, the post office, and another one from, no, they cost a lot, from the old ANZ to the old National Bank would be great too. That way we can get around a lot of places without getting saturated. The one across from the real Finnished to like the Commonwealth Bank, Bob Carter's office and all that. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. Brumbies. You can never really show Brumbies properly because it's usually like workers. Makes it a bit harder. And there was someone sitting there, so it doesn't make it any easier. The old Best chain, it's closed down. I think camera's starting to fog up again. Yeah, see it on the left hand side of it. And the signage here. Where Brandor Business Services used to be. Yeah, sorry about the camera going wonky again, going all foggy and that. Wow, it's coming along pretty full on. A lot faster since their builders finished their part. So, but it's all like a refit, putting stuff in now, I think. So at ANZ, which is going to be government type things like family services and things like that, correctional services. Not the best spot to have it, it would have been better down near the old Sunlink. For that. See, they've got the boardroom set up in there. Yes, the camera fogging up is really annoying. You can see a sitting area with people going there and sit. Because there used to be a sign here saying what it was going to be for a while there. Harley cabinets. The guy was kind of weird. It's like I put some sort of Vaseline or something on the camera, but I haven't. That's why it's doing this. I don't like it. Hey, go. Wow. Recognize those t-shirts. Anyway. Leave you to it, as Woolworths will be open very shortly. There's a lot of Pac-Man type stuff. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching. This is keeping memories alive for us generations to see. If you want to help the channel out, links in the description. If you want to see other main like following videos, check the Innisfail playlist. If you're into torches and things like that, have a look at the torch playlist. There's also a radio playlist and all that, shortwave radio on different things, AM, FM stuff and that from different places I've been to from here locally. So feel free to check all that out. Check out old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Feel free to contribute photos. If you have any photos you want to put up there, anything G-rated from Bermuda to Cardwell and in between, and including Bermuda and Cardwell, feel free. Keep it all G-rated, no drug, alcohol, sexual references. Anyway, stay safe, stay cool, stay dry in this weather, and we'll catch you in the next one.